Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, earlier I did the video about what happened yesterday to Denton County Commissioner Bobbie Mitchell. This woman was in her 70s. Her and her husband, Fred Mitchell, of 50 years, were brutally stabbed by her grandson, live-in grandson, as a matter of fact, this guy named Mitchell Reinecker, age 23. Now, I said what I had to say in the first video, but more information has come out via the arrest affidavit in which this man here with the bad skin, what he did. This right here is crazy. I want you guys to check it out, how brutal and hell-bent this guy was on ending the lives of both these people, where Mr. Fred Mitchell died. May he rest in peace. Take a look.
More News has obtained the arrest affidavit for the assault of Denton County Commissioner Bobbie Mitchell and the murder of her husband. Hello and good evening. I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes. In the affidavit, investigators say their grandson broke into their house. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Louisville with the story. Lori.
Heather, according to the police affidavit, when the first police officer arrived, screaming could still be heard from inside the Mitchell's home, and the suspect's car was parked in the driveway with the driver's side door open and the headlights still on.
Everybody knows Bobbie Mitchell. Everybody respects Bobbie Mitchell. And to have this happen, it's very difficult for all of us.
According to the arrest affidavit for Mitchell Blake Reinecker, the 911 call came in just before 4 a.m. Monday, but the dispatcher could only hear screaming in a struggle. According to the affidavit, when the officer arrived, she entered the front door and saw a man who was later identified as Reinecker standing in the hallway over the body of Fred Mitchell. He was transported to the hospital but did not survive. The officer placed Reinecker in handcuffs and detained him outside. She then found Commissioner Bobbie Mitchell inside with knife wounds. She stated her grandson broke into their house, stated he was going to kill them, went to the kitchen to get a knife, returned to their bedroom and began stabbing both her and her husband. Mitchell suffered injuries to her heart and had to undergo surgery. As of the last update, Mitchell was in critical care but expected to recover. Mitchell was the first black mayor of Louisville, serving from 1993 until 2000 when she was elected county commissioner. Monday night, people gathered to pray at Westside Baptist Church.
Few people in the history of Denton County have impacted people in the way that Bobbie Mitchell had. Person of incredible faith, a trailblazer.
Fred Mitchell was remembered as a faithful husband, happy for Bobbie to be the one in the spotlight.
Fred was never elected to office. He was never appointed to office, but he served because he shared his life with the Denton County residents for over 30 years. When Bobbie was on the city council and as mayor and now commissioner. We're so sorry to lose Fred Mitchell.
According to the affidavit, Reinecker had been living with the Mitchells since the end of last year, but they did see signs of forced entry, and with the car door open and the headlights on, police believe that he was trying to make a quick getaway. Heather.
All right, Lori Brown, thank you.
Damn disgraceful. Check it out. Heard what they said? He lived there about a year, little over a year and a half. That's a year and a half too long, in my opinion. 23 years old? You lived at your grandparents for a year? What was you doing to make yourself better or get out that damn house? See, this is the thing, man. It's always people that feel you owe them something when you take pity on them and give them refuge a lot of times. It's messed up. He stabbed this woman in the heart. Female cop said she busted in the house. Because remember I said they heard the screaming outside. Bust up in the house. He's standing over the body of a man, Fred Mitchell, his own grandfather. His body's laid out. He died later on, they said, with a serrated knife. Said he busted in the room and stabbed both of them. Stabbed her in the heart. Busted in the room, I'm gonna kill y'all. Something's going on. 4 in the morning in the house you stay in, you gotta break in? He lived there, but he had to break in? Something's off. What he was trying to do? Stage it like it was a break-in, a home invasion? Then you come home and act like you ain't know what happened? Come on, man. Come on, police came just in time. 70-something years old, you got knife wounds and you got to call the police because your own flesh and blood is trying to take you out of here. She lost her husband after being married for 50 plus years. That destroyed a big part of her life and what she became for herself because she had a guy that supported her and loved her. And like I said, human beings is supposed to go through life in pairs. And what little paradise she had was destroyed by bringing the devil indoors. It's nothing wrong with helping family, guys. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with helping family. But nowadays, with the opportunities that a lot of younger people have that don't take advantage of them for some odd reason, it always falls back to a blood vendetta against those that try to help them the most. How many videos have I made about kids killing their parents or grandparents that are in good standings in society, meaning they got good jobs, probably got good homes, and they're put in a position for them to grow and they regress and then sink their teeth into the people that are helping them. This right here is embarrassing. Ain't nothing this motherfucker can say that make somebody say, you know what, I can see that happening. You zoomed up to the house like a madman, door open, headlights still on, bust up in the house like a juggernaut, and now you're gonna just run. You attacked them in their bed. They were sleeping at peace, 70-something years old, and they can't even have rest with your stupid ass with a bunch of life ahead of you, fucking airs up. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When I grew up, you ain't see shit like this. And if you did, the cases was way far and in between to where people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? You never get no type of respect for killing your parents. Then killing your grandparents on top of that is way worse, in my opinion. I love my grandparents. Shout out Bunny and John Wash. May they rest in peace. They gave me everything they had. They didn't have to raise me or take me, you know, in their care because they had raised their children. My mother, for example, you know what I'm saying? My mom was a good mom. I didn't have no problems with my mom. Come on, man. They didn't have to do that. They raised their kids. And then they got you in the house. They ain't raising you, but I'm more than sure they had to tell you about yourself a few times because you just living up in the house as a man with another man, whether he's your grandfather or not. Trifling. A year and a half, you ain't got on your feet and got out. I'm more than sure they would have helped you if they seen you making the adequate steps moving forward to get out of the house. What was so bad that you had to go and take a blade and take it to the bone and the heart of your own grandmom and granddad? That's the problem I got. This entitlement. People live in your house, you do them a fucking favor and they act like they run the shit. Stupid. This is happening and will keep happening until people put their foot down and say, boom. Life is about cause and effect. Because you ain't did this, you're where you at. Sometimes you got to leave motherfuckers sitting there, even if they walking in motherfucking circles, blood or not. Because any blood to be spilled, it'll be yours in the end. And it's not always like this, but I'm just telling you, you're starting to see it. A lot of these younger minds nowadays, not all, a lot of these younger minds nowadays are caught too much into themselves and are self-absorbed and feel as though it's everybody else's job to put food in their mouth, clothes on their back, a car to drive, and a place to stay. Fuck that. Take a stand. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. To be a man, you got to see men. And that's the best example as you can get. And you didn't even take advantage of it. Fuck off.